So I was thinking, because I always think, because I never like to let anything or anyone else think for me. And I woke up early this morning and was kind of bored, so I was going through some of the comments I was getting on some of my videos and some mainly the videos about black women, and it's almost like it's this imaginary brick wall that people keep hitting, where if you say black women, then you say you're by default saying all black women. And I always come back at those people that say, and I'm sure they're probably just trolls, but I always come back at them and I say, but what about when they kept saying black men was this, that, and the third? Like, I'm sorry, but as just me being me, as a human being, a black man aside, I never stood up there and said, "Oh, they talk about all black men." Like, I knew they were just by common sense. I just knew that they were talking about certain types of black men that were like this. I knew I didn't have to go and tell someone it ain't all black men. Like, I've never had to do that. Even in the age of social media, I've never had to go do that. Like, and they women, black women, especially if they feel like they've been done wrong, which is the part that I find hilarious, which is that if they feel like they've been done wrong, then all black men, and they'll come out and pretty much say all black men are this, that, and the third. But if I have a situation or issue with a black woman and I just say black women, they automatically say I'm talking about all, even though I never said all. If I don't say all black women, then I'm not talking about all black women. That long diatribe leads me to this. They always say it ain't all. Well, you know what I was just thinking? Weave is the proof that it is all. Because I've been to numerous places around this country, up and down the East Coast. And I've listed those places off in other videos and stuff like that. And everywhere I go where there's a high concentration of black women, I see all of the same thing. I see weird ass colors in their hair, weird ass hairstyles, that stupid looking part that they have in the middle of their head, with that shit they sew in, lace fronts, no edges, or very limited edges. So how is it that it ain't all, but I keep seeing this no matter where I go? No matter if it's New York City, no matter if it's Detroit, no matter if it's Tampa, Florida, no matter if it's Clearwater, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Boise, Idaho, Seattle, Washington, Kansas City, Missouri, Syracuse, New York, Rochester, New York. I've been all these places where there has been some form of concentration of black women, and I see all of the same damn characteristics. Typically obese, typically weave, typically a bunch of kids. So how is it that it can't be all when this is all that I see? It's very, very rare that you will ever see a black woman with her own hair and no children. Now, me saying that does not mean it doesn't exist. It does exist. I just have never seen it. Or if I have seen it, it's been few and far between. Typically, what you see when you go to the hood or you drive through where there's a heavy concentration of black women, is you see weave, obesity, and children. That's what you see. You can get mad about it. You can say whatever you want. But you cannot tell me that I'm lying. And bad attitude. This is what you get. This is what you see. This is why all these neighborhoods are the same. Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, Illinois, but whenever they interview those women after someone they know or their family or their son or whoever got murdered, they sound like they straight off the plantation. Straight up off the plantation. And these are people that are raising the next generation of children. And you think that doesn't play a part? So yes, Weave tells me that it is just about close to being all. You can say it ain't all, but it's like 97% all. It's very, very rare to find an in-shape black woman with her own natural hair, unless she's with a black dude, a white dude, or some non-black dude. But it's very, very rare to just see a single black female, no children, own natural hair, and in shape. It's very rare to see. It just is. So Weave tells me that it's all. Because if all I'm seeing is the same thing no matter where I go, and I have to search to find the exception to the rule, that tells me it is just about all, if not all. Because the thing about the when you look at what's true and what's not true is that your eyes will always tell you the truth. Whatever you see is telling you the truth. If you see your man cheating, he's cheating. You can't look. If you snoop around and you see your man is cheating on you, you can't sit there and say, well, my eyes is playing tricks on me. I could have been, seeing something else. No, like, it is what it is. So, the reality of the situation is, Weave by itself tells me that it's just about all, if not all, because that's all I ever see. It's very rare that I ever see all the three characteristics and a nice attitude or a sweet attitude, all in one. Because most of the time it's have a little here, a little there. Now I can almost hear what the rebuttals will be, because the black man is always the proof in the pudding that whatever black women do is okay, because for whatever reason black women model themselves after men, especially black men. So I'm sure someone will say, well, this black guy I was dating, he did all this XYZ to me and blah blah blah. Sure, but isn't that your fault for allowing him to do XYZ and all the other stuff? That's your fault. That's your bad. You the one kept letting dude come around when you knew you should have cut him off. Matter of fact, I was listening to the Sirius XM station, and there was a song by Diana Ross called "Upside Down," and she stated right up in the song, blatantly, "I know you've been cheating on me, but you give me the love I need," right? So you telling me that this mentality just isn't prevalent in black women in general? Like, a dude is cheating on you, a dude is dogging you out, but because the sex is good or however he treating you is good, that absolves him of him fucking around on you? I mean, one should make one think. But either way, I just felt like maybe trolling this morning, so I'll be looking forward to the hateful comments and all this other shit, because it's getting to the point now where it's like I could see, like, motherfuckers don't really want the truth. They just want to name call and talk a bunch of shit. So I'm out.